The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 798. The Green Goblin lives. Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're talking about none other than The Amazing Spider-Man issue 798. This is Going Down Swinging, Part 2, Dan Slott's final story arc. And the art is done by Stuart Immonen, and let's just say that this story, before we get into it, really packs a punch, if I may say so, myself here. The artwork is really well done in this particular issue. We get to see the reveal of the Green Goblin once again, which is really nice. The colors are nice and vibrant in here as well. The lettering is also very nice in here, and just overall, the book is really well done. So let's talk about this issue. So for issues now, we've been getting teased about this Red Goblin. Now, we all know what he looks like at this point. We've seen him on covers. We've seen him, pictures of him. We've seen preview art of him. But when is it going to be that issue where he makes that true reveal? Everyone's been waiting. So we wind up getting Norman Osborn, who gets the Green Goblin serum back. So now he's both villains in one, right? He's Green Goblin, he's a Carnage symbiote, and now when does he start wreaking havoc in the city? Right here in this issue. So let's get started. Spoilers, just to let you guys know. So if you haven't read your copy, please read it first, okay? So first things first, Daily Bugle. Everything is hunky-dory. You know, Peter's like, oh, things couldn't be better in my life at this time. You know, I'm finally making a difference in the world between these ups and downs. And he has a nice job at the Daily Bugle. But just as things are just nice, you know, and peaceful for that 1 second, out comes Green Goblin. Boo! You know, it's just like, it's awesome. You know, he breaks through the glass. He's on the classic Goblin glider. And he starts, you know, causing a muck amongst all the Bugle employees. And he demands for Spider-Man. And so he asks Parker to go get Spider-Man. So Peter runs away, of course. And he goes to get Spider-Man. Next thing we see in the Goblin's lair, you have J. Jonah Jameson, who is like, oh, I can't believe I opened up my big mouth. He's like, this is ridiculous. And the next thing he's like, oh, how about if I'm strong just this one time? So he tries to break free to maybe try to set things right, you know? And, yeah, it's not really the case. He just, like, kind of falls onto the ground. Betty Brant sits there and tries to do different things to maybe try to get the police here and other things. It doesn't work. So what happens is the Goblin teases Phil Ulrich about his nephew and whatnot, and he has this big explosive of tritium that's going to blow up the whole entire building. They got 10 minutes to evacuate the building. And so all the Daily Bugle people are trying to leave, and the next thing you see is Spider-Man makes his way back into the building, and you get to see the epic battle start to begin between the Green Goblin and Spider-Man. And it's a good battle. There's punches being thrown, and you can tell, obviously, that Green Goblin is holding back, but Spider-Man doesn't actually, you know, he doesn't realize that he has the Carnage symbiote at this particular point in time. So there's this battle back and forth. Meanwhile, we go back to Liz Allen's apartment, okay? And so we wind up seeing that we get this phone call that Norman Osborn is in town. And that is the cue for the creepy babysitter to put darts in the entire family and take the kids. That was weird. And so you're left cliffhanging with that right there. The next thing we wind up seeing is there's all these quips and banter between Spider-Man and the Goblin. And just as the building is about to explode, we see Spider-Man bring up this huge web cocoon. He webs himself up, the building explodes all over the place, and he comes out unscathed. But the next thing he winds up seeing is that he sees his old foe, you know, on top of a spike, and it looks like he's dying. And he comes and he tells Peter to come here, and he says, you know, he's like, you're my greatest enemy, and blah, 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 blah. And Peter thinks he's won, and he's like, you know, if I could have saved you, Norman, I would have. And the next thing you wind up seeing is the ha 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 ha. And the next thing you see is Spider-Man's like, your blood, what's happening with your blood? And finally, in the comic, for the first time, you wind up seeing the Red Goblin revealed. And Spider-Man is absolutely shocked. He's like, what is this? He's got the Carnage symbiote. What is going on? He's like, I don't know what to do. I can't last 3 minutes against this guy. And so he throws a spider tracer on him. He web swings out of the way. These Carnage symbiote pumpkin bombs go after him. They actually grab his leg. They blow him up. He explodes into his lair. And the next thing you see is that the Goblin gives him an ultimatum. Hang up the suit, I'll let you live, but if I see you one more time, everyone will die. Your Aunt May, J. Jonah, your dentist, everybody. And the next thing you see is you see a twip, and you see the costume hanging from a flagpole as a truce, and the Red Goblin's like, ah ha ha ha, I won. And Spidey's like, you know what? It's the man that's inside that makes the difference, and I'm going to beat you. And that's how the issue ends. So what did I think about this book? I thought it was really cool. A lot of action. Great to see the reveal from Red Goblin. I love how creepy he is. You know, he's always, you know, going around the corners, and you're hiding from him in terror. I love that. I also like the beginning, too, though, when you get to see the Green Goblin, because it gives that more nostalgic type of feel as well. And I said that in the beginning, you know, when I think I talked about it on Frontline Live, like, you know, Peter's not going to know when Green Goblin is coming, because he's not going to sense this, you know, he's not going to have his spider sense, because he can't pick up this symbiote's, what's it called? He doesn't have spider sense when the symbiote comes through. And when Green Goblin first came through, he's like, well, I didn't set off my spider sense, you know? And he should have known something was wrong right there and then. But like I said, this was this balls to the walls type of action book. The buildup is over. We actually have it now. He's here. He's amongst us. Now it's going to be interesting to see is what does Peter throw together to try to stop the Red Goblin. That's going to be the interesting thing. Now, when you look at the character itself, the Red Goblin character, he's quite interesting. Let's analyze him real quick. So when you look at him, he has a tail. He's got fire coming from his mouth. He's got like these white eyebrows. And he's got this, you know, the tail obviously is made to slice people in half or something like that. So it's quite weird, you know, and he's got this elongated head, you know. So my question to you guys is, what do you think about that design? Did you like it? Did you didn't like it? And what did you think about this issue overall? Did you have fun with it? Are you finally happy that the Red Goblin is here? And what do you hope Peter's going to do to try to stop this new foe? So guys, at the end of the day, I gotta give this one probably, you know what, a 4.25 out of 5 stars. It wasn't, I think if we did not get any mystery on who the Red Goblin actually was, or not that, we knew that Red Goblin it was Norman Osborn, but the reveal of the Red Goblin, if we did not get that reveal until this issue, I probably would have given this a higher grade, because this would have been the first time you get that true reveal. But being that we've seen him all over the place already, it takes that impact out of the way. You know, you're not as like, oh, wow. But it was good to see them fight. It was good to see the Red Goblin's abilities. So guys, in the comments below, tell me all that stuff. And as always, fans, this channel doesn't work without you, so thank you so much. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe and hit that notification button. And until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And I'll see you guys real soon. Take care, guys. Bye.